Hello. I did not plan anything visually for this stream. This was just gonna end up being a hangout. I'll figure out what we're going to do during it. But nonetheless, how are we feeling? How are we feeling about Star Detective? That's what we're here for. That's what today is dedicated for. I might go through some magical news, but like, ayo! Big hype for Star Detective! I like have all my screenshots here so I can just like thumb through a couple of them and see if there is anything interesting to look at. But nonetheless, very exciting. Welcome in! Hi Yes, hi Callie, hi Lottie, hi Halt, and hi Cairo, how are you today? Hello, the episode was spectacular start. It's so, dude, every second, every singular second of this was just pure delight. I was such a good opening. I'm very, very, very pleased. Oh, so insanely exciting. Welcome in, Mila. How are you today? I was just about to watch Magical Cinnamon's video. Oh, shoot. Did he put that out just now? Not as crossing times on our uploads. May he forgive me. Star Detective time! It's, oh my god. I'm very, very happy with Star Detective. I was like, I don't know what to expect going into this show, but the whole entire first episode, I was like, this is very delightful. This is quite a delightful start. I will be so for real with you. Oh, it's just, oh my god, it's been a while since we've had a good one. And the transformation is just so long. Make sure I go to the right folder. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Like, oh my god, guys, the transformation. Peak, peak transformation. It's been so long since we've had, like, a fast one. That was also this long. It was just so good. Welcome in, hey, Honey Key. Welcome in, Prism. Star Detective time, Star Detective time. Oh my god. I feel like I'm, like, redoing a review for it. It was just that good. Oh my god. I like back in the day, I watched all of Detective Conan that was out at the time. I think they got to about chapter 1000 around the time that I kind of fell off. This is giving me so much like it's like Detective Conan but not as like oddly that show is oddly mature in certain points, but I guess like people be dying left and right in that one, and this is not like a murder-esque series, but it's very reminiscent of my Detective Conan days, and I miss a good mystery. And I like how much this is dedicated on like for reals mysteries and actually solving a case. I don't think it's like perfect, but it's better than Miraculous. It's much better than Miraculous when it comes to making what's happening in the show deducible by the audience. I'm glad Jet Senpai is appearing in episode 2. I was worried it was going to take a while. Agreed! I was like, oh my god, I hope we get him sooner than later. He's like in the merch, he's in the show, he's going to be super relevant. I'm very excited. I feel like he may end up being in more of a Rosemary kind of position, like Tanaka Rosemary character by the end of it, but I'm very excited for him, and I'm very excited to see what he ends up doing, what his role in the show ends up being. I watched it this morning and I thought about it all day. I almost forgot to have lunch. That's the power. That's the power of Precure being like, gosh dang, so much happened and I've got big feelings. I've got so much big feelings. Big feeling explosion. And oh my god, guys, for this episode, if anybody has seen the episode review, I did animation for this one. And it's like the first time I've really tried to do like traditional animation in the sense that like it's very anime style, it's frame by frame. Like I've done animation like you can see with my little talking reactive in the bottom corner, but like I really went all in on making something that felt like a seamless loop. And I don't think it's perfect, but I'm really happy how that turned out, and I think I have a really good title card for my episodes. I'm overly like proud of myself, and I got it done in a week, and I was like, ooh, if this turns out right, and it did. I don't think I made it the best way I could have, and there's a lot of things I want to fix, and there's a couple of things I forgot to add, but I'm very, very happy. Very happy with how that turned out. Oh my goodness. She hasn't appeared yet, but the female villain in the opening Not Arcana has looked to be the whole cast of villains. So I didn't grab any screenshots, but I can probably grab one in a second for the intro. We could go through the opening a bit. I could probably just pull up the YouTube video. Give me a second. We'll switch over to the other screen, and then I can move this over here. And I think that should be fine if I move that over there. And then we can pull up this guy. Where did I put this? Put that there. I gotta make sure YouTube is muted so we don't get no sound. Star Detective opening. Which I'm sad the one on YouTube has like a lot of gunk on it. They put like so much like stuff on top of it, and I was like, no, don't do that. I was like, no, but don't do that. Oh well. We'll notice the YouTube one, and I'll click through it for a second. Alright, I think that's good to transition over. Okay. I think that's where I want it to be. Cool. No, it moved! No! No, recrop yourself. Don't do that. Okay, let's get back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Don't recrop yourself when I transition. Ugh. Yeah, okay. Anyways. Back to reading chat. I made a drawing in both English and Spanish text. Ooh! Do at me on socials. I will take a look at that. Welcome in, Ben. How are you today? I might have another character to claim. There's a lot of good characters. They look like they are jam-packed with characters. I liked the first episode. I think it is more of a standard Precure debut, but definitely needed to watch more. But so far, I really like Mikuru as expected. Ooh, we're getting some Mikuru love. Hi, Yuki. How are you today? I feel like my theory about Jet being Anna's dad makes sense, especially because of the eyes. When you mix Jet's hair color yellow and Mikuru's muted pink, you get a peachy color. There's a lot of people who are going real hard on the Jet theories for Jet is the dad. Welcome in, Naga. How are you today? A villain gal, you got me right. But also Niji, I'm gonna have a lot of favorites to see. I love Niji. Niji has a lot of personality and I'm super obsessed. Do you mind if I talk about 12 leaks? Do you mind if I have a little chat about the leaks from the toy hacks? Yeah, we're okay, yeah, by the way, chat full spoilers. I'm a full spoiler person. So, obviously we're talking about the first episode, but like, if you guys don't like leaks, my streams may not be the best for you. I do love leaks. I am full spoiler person. I'll respect spoilers in certain areas, but we are full leak discussion here. I do like this episode, but I definitely believe you and Idol had a much more impactful one. Ooh, interesting. Girl. Welcome in, Trace. Girl, I got 2 hours on the opening list. I forget. Yeah, you were so obsessed with the opening. This opening's so good. I think it's still the same composer from You and Idol, if I'm not mistaken. He cleared with this. This is way better than every song in You and Idol for me. I was like, this opening goes really hard. Did anyone else notice that Mikuru and Anna's look similar? Yeah, a lot of people have it. I'm gonna be so for real with you. In my mind, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just like, yeah, she's the mom. She's the mom. I listen, if they pull some plot twist that it's not the mom, then they're gonna be like, it's her sister. It's her twin sister from England. I love the first episode. I was literally clapping and cheering. I think my roommate was concerned. Never concerned. It's Precure. I'm good. I've nearly completed my big goal for 2026. Hell yeah! I await the Eclair debut, but God, Luluka is good as well. Luluka. I love Luluka. She's my favorite already. I've chosen. I love my morally gray, potentially led astray character. My drawing of both English for my main character, Leo fans, and Spanish for my fans, text is going to be posted for the event day. Oh, fun! I'm doing great. I'm glad to hear that. I don't like that they revealed on his mom so quickly. I would have preferred it to be the end of the season. So either it's like very straightforward and exactly how we see it, or Mikudu has a twin sister. That's like the only other option. Because otherwise, I'm like, that girl be looking too similar and the ages align. The first episode of Star Detective was great. I saw it last night and oh my god, I love everything about it. So good. So good. Oh, we're good. Then, oh my god, I cannot wait for Luluka and Eclair duo time. I've never been excited to hear a leak. I'm very excited. I'm so excited for them. I feel like we're all playing a guessing game of who the heck is Eclair. Oh, the opening for me is my new fave, no question. It blows Hidogaru Sky out of the water. Ooh, I don't know if it blows Hidogaru Sky out of the water for me, but definitely clears Idol. It's really good. I just feel like it has more emotions than we've had for a couple of openings, which I really appreciate. Especially like in the mirror scene, but we'll get to that. Mikudu is probably my favorite from this season. Oh my god, so much Mikudu love in chat. So are you a fan of the ending? I am a fan of the ending. I like it a lot. I think it has so much personality, but I'm really like, I'm super nerding out over the CGI for that. It was a really good CGI. Akano will become white Q when she joins the main team. At least she's not yellow. Yeah, I Arcana Shadow, I assume. Yeah, when she becomes... God, I'm so mad. So, this is one of the leaks, was that Arcana Shadow, her, like, goodified name is just going to be Arcana, and that's bumming me out. I was like, okay, come on. You're like, some people were guessing on the JP side that her name was going to be Arcana Shine, and I was like, that's so good. And then I heard what it was, and I was like, never mind, go back. We have to go back to the Japanese fandom having the best creativity. Oh, Magical Cinnamon. Got you. The opening is very the opening is very Hirogaru, correct. I love that it feels very reminiscent of that. There's a lot about this that feels like it's got some Hirogaru Sky energy. I prefer it at the beginning because imagine all the art that would have happened. Yeah, that's true. My stance for this moving forward is just like, I'm not gonna touch any of the shipping stuff because like, obviously some people are like, I can ship them. We don't know for definitively if she's the mom. And I'm like, I'm not touching that. Not touching it with a 10-foot pole. I also liked the transformation, but some scenes were not necessary for me. It killed a little bit of the energy. Fair enough. I love the show. It has great why do I keep saying potential? That's not a word. Potential. I agree. It looks so good. I hope Jet becomes a Kira girl. I wish. The transformation is so good. I personally love the ballroom twirl. I know they do so much twirly. And the music actually slaps. Unlike You and Idol, and made me gag. I like how much personality the OST has as well, as the background music and all of the like actual opening ending stuff is so good. It's so much personality. I'm so happy. I'm in on a Grandma Eclair theory. I hope she's from an older time period. I do like the theories that she's from even farther in the past. I'm pretty excited to see how that plays out. The best part of the opening was Eclair ready. Dude, they said you guys don't know who Eclair is gonna be. She could be anyone. So where would the transformation be on the tier list? Top. Absolutely. Not even considering it anywhere else. It's definitely in a wedding cake tier for me. Immediately. This was such a good transformation. It's like everything I wanted the wonderful one to be. Pretty much. Ever since I read Arcana Shadow, I thought she would surely be purified and her name would be Kira Arcana. Yeah. So, I think the bigger girl is Curie Claire. The other two are too confident to be her, you know? Strong theory. Not a bad theory. Can't wait to see more of the show. Love the transformation. It's so pretty. I'll be back if you're streaming when I got... Totally fine. I'll see you in a bit. Don't get me wrong, a lot of You and Idol's music slaps, but the transformation... Yeah, the transformation. I remember just being kind of boring. Just saying, as the #1 Satoru Toyama stan, I wish you all Jet stans luck with your cure theory. So much luck. Dude, he better get something. They better throw him a bone. Give him a royal candy moment. Anyways, going through some of the opening, which I'll do the formal review next week for the opening, but like... dude, the opening's very nice. I rescaled YouTube, you're making me look unprofessional. Anyways, I guess I'll just go through this like literally bit by bit. I at first totally didn't realize it was the opening because it's really there's no noise for the first like second or two of this opening before they do the boom 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 at the beginning. I do love that it has the countdown as the 3D model that is not animated at all spins into the distance. That's funny. I do like this water effect. Like, let's just take a moment to appreciate this, like, splish splashing of water right here. Like, this is nice. Also, I didn't see the opening before I made my template, but look how they use this water ripple effect here. Look at that water ripple. Guess who had a water ripple effect in the transition for her title card? Me. I just manifested this ripple transition. Like, oh my god, but I also like this is just me being nerdy. I like the like sparkly bubble outline here. Like you could just do a bubble and call it a day, but they did a sparkly one where they messed with the I'm sure they used some kind of After Effects thing on the line art where they just were like make the line art blue and then they like fractal noise in bits of white and it probably changes with each motion. No, it stays. No, it changes. This is nice. This is nice. A basic After Effects particle effect is used here. This is just me nerding out over just like, guys, look at this ripple. Look how nice this ripple is. We're gonna tear this opening apart. I've seen some theories that all the girls are her and she has multiple identities. That'd be crazy. Like, Shurikenjur. Perhaps. The chorus up to when they jump out the door gives me goosebumps, right? The build's very pleasing. My favorite UN Idol music is Garden and some of Uta's Kokoro's and Nanosoul song. Garden's pretty good. Oh my god, that was incredible, right? I have both Nozomi and Komachi with their lovers. You don't know their names. Trio Dreams. No Trio Dreams! I've had enough of Trio Dreams. Oops, I did not mean to hit that button. Be gone. Be gone. Oh well. Maybe we'll go away. No, it won't. Okay. No. See, I don't want to hit play. Yeah, we get the nice little water effect as we go frame by frame for this. Like, we can go a little ahead. Look at this nice light. Look at this door. Look at our characters. Since the current number of main cures is 95, and if there is no mid-season for Star Detectives, next decision will have a total up to 100 cheers. Yeah, I think there's a strong chance that next season's going to be a 5-er. Either that or it's going to be 4 and then 99 is some, or it's going to go up to 99 and then they'll have some movie cure as number 100. Or next, like, Supreme. And then this is this bubble effect is just a little basic bouquet. Whatever, we could have had the water transition again. I love the rose petals here. I love that there's a lot of flowers throughout this show. But this, dude, I assume this must be a section of the Curado Detective Agency. But we got some kind of interesting, I guess it's like an atrium with a really pretty stained glass like ceiling bit up here. I wonder if like they have this Japanese text in here. I don't know if this is for the sake of the opening or if they literally have like they stuck the name of it up here. This is where I wish I could read a little bit better Japanese. This is like san ni, like this is where I do not know enough Japanese to read all of this. Oh no, it's a big letter, so it's like san and then like this kanji. This might be ki. Ki I just know looks like a key, the character. I feel like I should know this. Check out the 4 gems on Mikuru's book. Oh, that's true! Look at that. They have each of their gems. Because we've got the purple one, which is round, rectangular pink, and then the teardrop for Miss Arcana Shadow. And then the diamond for Eclair. Yeah, I think that does also, like, solidify that there's probably only going to be 4 girly pops in this particular show. I do like this book. I like the design on it. I like that they do the little heart, like the logo's the heart question mark thing, the bow. That's pretty adorable. And we get to see like a bit of the pen. My favorite part of the opening is the initial part, definitely. Yeah, it's pretty. Moving along. I like this, they're like sitting on the stairs. It makes more sense now that they have so much brick, because like, dude, whatever's in this building, there's a lot of brick everywhere. They love their brick motif. It looks like they got like a whole greenhouse section to this place. But I do love that they're listening to music, but I'm trying to like figure out what they're specifically listening to, because I feel like in the 90s they used CD players, but this kind of looks like is this supposed to be a Walkman is before my time, to be fair. Is this a Walkman? Someone get me the butterfly meme. Now is this the Walkman? I grew up with CD players. That was my first thing. Okay, yeah, I assume this is a Walkman. Sony Walkman. They have one in pink, yeah. The precursor to the iPhone. Yeah, I guess it's a Walkman. That must be what that is. And I guess, like, because this part probably folds open for the cassette tape, if I'm correct. But the headphone shape, I feel like, I don't know. I don't feel like they had earbuds back then. I feel like it was full on, like, headset. So, it being just earbuds, I don't know if they did that back in the day. Maybe they did. I see a couple of Walkmans, but I don't know if those are modern Walkmans or, like, old school Walkmans. I just feel like it was more regular smegular headphones. Looks like a Walkman, yeah. The whole first episode was indeed giving Hodoguru Sky. Yeah. They were still around in the 90s, or a cassette player of some kind. Look at them in all their receding hair glory. There's so much forehead. So much forehead with our queens over here. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I definitely love the vibes that this is a garden. I've been meaning to, at some point, I've been working on a 3D VR chat world that's just going to encapsulate like a lot of locations from Precure. And I might take the time, if this has got a really nice greenhouse in it, I might make the detective agency, and that might be something we can do on streams in the future as well, is just chill out, chat, and then 3D model that. Love the season symbols, the question mark with the heart. It's so cute. It's so adorable. Wait a minute, what do you mean two fave cures and two street seasons have a diamond shape? They did it for you. They did it for you. Maybe I'm a diamond stam. And I don't mean cure diamond, but I stand Rika too. Yes, I'm a Resident Evil fan. Oh my god, Resident Evil will be popping off lately. I love the design for Leon. Side note, love that. They had earbuds in the late 90s, and okay, got you. I feel like maybe it's just because I never wore them, because earbuds for the longest time did not agree with my tiny baby ears. I think 1990 had some, they were very popular. I have to look into it. My first linear headphones were invented in 1990 or 1891. Interesting. Got you. Welcome in, Mojave. How are you? Hope you are doing well. But yeah, I like that they're sharing music. I wonder if they'll sell these, though. If it's going to be like a reoccurring like item. Like the items that they're actually selling for the series are kind of random to me. They don't feel super relevant. I don't feel like they took full advantage of the retro vibes that they're rocking. But this was cute. What are you? I don't know if I saw this. This little guy. Because this does do what I wanted. I wanted them to have some kind of prop that had their, like, dresses on it. But I don't know if I know off the top of my... Like, I don't think this was part of the Pretty Holic line. Dude, I grabbed so many screenshots from all the merchandise and had to, like, review them. How am I not aware of whatever the heck this is? It'd be funny if this is just chalk, given the scene. Also, love that Mikuru has a random cat. I wonder if that's going to be a relevant cat. What are you, object? What are you? Who are you? They add more Pretty Holic. I do have one notification. No, because it's not the nail polish, and it's not the lipstick. I don't see this thing anywhere. Anyways, they should sell this. This looks really cute. It looks like a bubble blower. That would be adorable. That would be a good idea. Bubble blowing was like a big thing. Big thing in the 90s. Big thing. I hate wearing earbuds personally. They hurt my ears a lot. They are very much made for some people and not for the rest of us. Even though I was born a few years before 1999, I'm actually a part of a Gen Z group. Minnie grew up. Yeah. I think the cutoff date is between, what, 95 and 96 for a Gen Z versus millennial. I always wear headphones. I hate earbuds. Earbuds are just tricky. I think, luckily, I've moved on to the Apple AirPods, and those complement my ears. Those work. That they make me happy. But yeah, anyways, I think this is very cute that they do the little dress here. Very adorable. Moving on. I don't know how I feel about the loop, to be completely honest. I'm trying to figure out why it opens. Like, they can open a part of the loop so you can, like, see through it as normal air, but I'm not quite sure what the purpose is. But beside the point. It looks like here, this was important, because I don't think we got confirmation of this in the past. Well, maybe not. I don't know. So this is what threw me off, is that we do know in present day they have the big Ferris wheel in Makoto Mirai City. But I don't know if this exists in the past. I mean, it potentially does. It's just like, this looked so modern, especially with it having, like, the LED board on the Ferris wheel. I'm curious if this actually still exists in the past, but we haven't seen much of the past. But also the fact that they're showing it here in the opening, maybe we do go back to the present. Maybe we do. Who knows? Who knows? It could be a little crazy. But the Ferris wheel is there with the LED sign. But I guess LED signs existed in the past. I just don't remember them being as utilized. I remember when early merch was dropping, I saw the bottle. It'll be sold by the same brand that did the watch. So just a regular Bandai product. I'll have to look into it. It's probably because I gave some earbuds and they returned them looking absolutely disgusting. Oh my god. I hate lending my earbuds to other people. It is a pet peeve. I have a theory that Arcana Shadow and Eclair are actually sisters because they've never had biological sisters in a cure team. I still think they need to do. I think we need twin cures at some point. Hi, what did I miss? We are just going through the opening and discussing our feelings about the new season, about the first episode. So drop any of those feelings in chat. I wonder if they'll mess with Beanie Babies or reference them. I wonder if Beanie Babies were big in Japan. I know they were a huge personality trait for me. Or maybe a Tamagotchi would be really good. I would love it if they had. Because I think they had something looking Tamagotchi-like with Jet. Bring back Tamagotchi. I don't think they've died down that much in Japan, but god, they were so popular then. I had like 50 of them on my backpack back in the day. Using the bubble blower as a kid was fun. It's so fun. They had some boards like that in the 90s, but was like multiple light boards. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think like using LEDs was a newer thing. Like, I remember when LED boards got bigger. And, like, people were like, look how we can make these. I think we actually, like, made little tiny LED boards in one of my science classes in high school. Like how you see in old school boards at sports. Yeah, I was gonna say, this has gotta be more like a sports venue board than it is the modern one. Very, like, baseball-y. It could be that, the orange, and the slight goldish shade. True. But yeah, the city is very interesting. I'm curious how they're going to use it, because they did kind of cheat, where we randomly went over to some kind of wedding venue and then ran off into some of the fields that were in the, like, far distance of the town. But, like, they've got a lot of opportunity, because we've got some of these, like, more kind of, like, apartment-style buildings down here, if that's what they're supposed to be, since it's multi-floored. It's by the water. Dude, it'd be fun if they fought over here. I don't think have we had a season where they genuinely fought on, like, the docks near like the water? Because we've had plenty of seasons where they fought on the beach. This would be a fun location for them to have a little bout. And then obviously they sprinkled in some forests here and there, so I'm sure we're gonna have more like urban forest moments for fights. It'll be interesting, but I do like this. I'm also trying to figure out what area in Japan this is based off of, because my best guess would be somewhere in like Osaka on that side. But I'd have to look at Japanese Twitter because I don't know a whole lot about Japanese geography and where this potentially is housed, but it definitely feels like it's either going to be more one of the more urban areas that's seaside. Ferris wheel are definitely a sign of progress. I could see it being put up during a festival episode, but I could also see it being a wink wink nudge nudge to the past and future. Yeah, the other reason why like I was like, oh, maybe the Ferris wheel is a reference to like the London Eye because you know, a lot of British stuff going on with the detective energy, and I wonder if it's supposed to be like we put a Ferris wheel in because, you know, London has a big Ferris wheel because I think the London Eye is not too far off from Big Ben. But again, as much as I don't know Japanese geography, I'm also not super great at England's geography either. I'm guessing here. Because I want to say it like, not that I can do it. It's like the Ferris wheel is like, if we're looking top down, like the Ferris wheel's over here, there's a bridge, and then I think Big Ben is over here. That's my guess at London geography. Oh my god. I know we have British people in chat. Surely one will come to my aid. Where's Rosie? I put it in my bingo card as well, but the opening confirmed my suspicions even more, but I wonder if it will have a butterfly effect that will come to play in the show. It'll be interesting. Like, right now it seems to kind of lock in that everything that happened in the past has caused the future, specifically with, like, Mikuru being the mom, but at the same time, if Mikuru is the mom, she didn't seem to be like fully aware of what was happening. Like she didn't seem to clue in to that this is the day that my daughter goes into the past and meets me. She like doesn't fully seem to be aware that that's what's happening, which was interesting that they had enough of the mom to not showcase her be like, "Huh?" Cuz the right into the opening, you have her walk over and be like, "Huh, where did my daughter go?" And I was like, well, if you were Mikuru, you would know where your daughter went. You would know where she went. I haven't watched your video. That's totally fine. There has not been too much time since it's out. It caught me squinting like, what are they cooking? So true. Oh my god, yeah, and the butterfly, we'll get to the butterfly at the end. That one, I don't know what that stands for, but it was giving me big Higurashi energy. It also could be based off the Ferris wheel in Yokohama. Let me look up Yokohama. I don't know much about Yokohama, other than I know it's one of the bigger cities, and it's one of the 3 cities that houses a Precure store. Oh, it probably is. Yeah, this is literally Yokohama. I'm looking at a skyline for Yokohama, and it has this building right here. They are in straight up Yokohama. They just don't have the tower here. But this is, I'm gonna pull it up. I meant to do this beforehand. Put the studio mode on. And then I'll close this for a second. Yokohama. Alright, let's see. Let me pull that up, and then let me pull this back. Yeah, this is definitely Yokohama. Screw my Osaka theories. This is Yokohama. Alright, let me turn that back on. Yeah, this is the skyline that we see. They just have this one tower that doesn't exist, and it doesn't show my cursor anymore. Never mind. Just gonna, if we look in the middle here, where my cursor is not showing up, there is a tower. Oh, here it is. There's this tower, does not exist, but it does have the Ferris wheel and has this, like, I always call them cucumber buildings, but it literally has the same dock, same line, same park going on here, though I think they added more trees to the park here. Yeah, but it's one for one Yokohama. They, like, pretty much traced it. Which is pretty cool. Alright, thank you. Thank you. I perfectly got where that is. Good observation. So yeah, we have a Yokohama season. They even have these same buildings. We could literally look up what type of buildings these are. Well, you know, let's read about Yokohama. Let's learn. Let's learn. Yokohama is always worth a visit. It offers city and ocean views, just a short ride from Tokyo. A quick 35-minute train ride brings you to Shinjuku to Yokohama. If you want to get closer to the water, you can take a 3-minute subway to Minato Mirai. Oh my god, it literally also is. Dude, we could go to Minato Mirai instead of Makoto Mirai area. Dude, it's so one for one. It's a lot less creative than I thought. They literally took this place. Oh my god, check this out. The waterfront area houses several shopping districts, including the red brick warehouses. Guys, you'll never believe what they have a lot in this show. There's the Queen Square, the Marine and Walk, Yokohama, and much more. Beyond shopping, there are also plenty of entertainment areas, such as the amusement park Cosmo. Guys, we're getting an amusement park this season. We're getting an amusement park. Come on, guys. Where the Cosmo Clock Ferris wheel. Oh god, it was destined, guys. They quite literally said, we're just gonna take it. Dude, we could look up the history of this. We could go down a whole rabbit hole, guys. We have the Cosmo Clock 21 Ferris wheel. We could look up the info about this and we can see how long it's been there and how long it's been doing this. As well, we could go to the Yokohama Cup Ramen Museum. Guys, I think Cup Ramen might be relevant this season. The theories are really popping off now. I have to redo my bingo card. We have to go to the Cup Ramen Museum some episode, and somebody's got to steal the precious Cup Ramen. Are you guys hearing me? Oh my goodness. Yepper's checking my trip notes. The theme park and Cosmo World and the large towers are Queen Square. I see. It's also within walking distance of a great place to grab street food and proper sit down for a Chinese meal. We better be getting street food this season. With so much potential. And speaking of so many potential things to do, it might be worth staying a night to fully maximize your time at the waterfront. Enjoy a great view of the harbor. We've rounded up 5 great seaside stays. Oh my god. Guys, we could stay specifically at the Intercontinental Yokohama Grand. So I assume that's this big old building here. So the weird shaped building is a hotel. Noted. It's been part of Yokohama's waterfront since 1991. Guys, it's only 8 years old in the show. It stands out with its unique... Oh, it's a sailboat. It's sailboat shaped. Hotel has over 30 floors and homes 500 rooms. I wonder if they'll... You know, they've never done that. They have, like, the Precure Hotel. I've stayed at one of the Precure hotels. I stayed at the Ikeno Tayura one. That's somewhere between Kyoto and Tokyo. But I wonder if they'll ever, like, be like, we do an episode where we stay at a hotel, because, you know, that's a good location for a mystery. And then they promo, like... I think there's a hotel in Yokohama that also does it. I can't remember if it's the Lagoon one or if that's a different location, but there's a couple of different hotels that will do Precure collaborations. And they did the Yokohama... Was it not Yokohama that had the stadium where they did the big performance for You and Idol? Like, this is another potential to be like, yo, check out this cool location. Check it out. I mostly know about Yokohama because Moving Gundam was there. I love that. See, we're learning so much about Yokohama just because of Star Detective Precure. Oh god, I'm hearing the amusement park ambience approaching. I love an amusement park. I hope we underutilized the amusement park for the wrong reasons last season. I think we gotta bring back the amusement park and we've gotta make the most of it. I also love this, like, curvature here. This will, if they do that in the show, this will be very pretty. This will be a very neat area to do it. Because, like, beach battles, they're out, baby. Seaside, like, boardwalk battle, so in. So in. Hear me out. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna skip some of that stuff. See if there's anything. Whoa! Okay, guys, I think I gotta book. I think I gotta book a vacation. To Minato Mirai. You know, dude, some of these, like, really fancy-pantsy, hotels are quite nice. Oh, wait, guys. Guys, this one's got trees. This one's got trees, though. We have to go to the tree hotel. And look, you get a cool shot of the Ferris wheel. This is it, guys. We're going to Yokohama, everybody. Amusement park redemption arc. You understand me. You get me. I'm learning so much about Yokohama. I know. This has become the Yokohama learning season. They got I've almost read that as the Mayo Club instead of the Manyo Club. But yeah, we can see the Ferris wheel, we can see the sign. So I guess this has been here since 1991 according to the history. So that solves that problem. Best things to do in Yokohama. Let's keep going. Let's go. One more bout of learning about Yokohama. From humble beginnings as a small fishing village, Yokohama has a vibrant tourist destination that offers a unique side of Japan. A population of 3.8 million. I forgot that Japan shoves in a whole lot of human in such a small area. Yokohama is the second largest city in the country. I think I did know that. And is a fusion of modern and tradition and modernity. Just a 30-minute train ride south of its neighbor Tokyo. It is the capital of the Kanagawa Prefecture. The city opened to overseas trade in 1859 and has since developed a blend of Western Chinese and Japanese culture. It's interesting because they've mentioned a couple times that there's like some big Chinese stuff here, which is pretty cool. Yo, I'm gonna note this for my Japan trip one day. I have a bunch of things to do. You gotta go check out. It's the only Precure store I haven't visited is the one in Yokohama. I also know they have a bunch of their Hawaiian restaurants. I love some Polynesian food. Let's go. The red brick buildings in particular. Ooh. Okay, so I think they mean Makoto Mirai is a waterfront center of Yokohama, and there is something for everyone in this bustling spot. Its name aptly translates to the harbor of the future, guys. Guys, isn't that crazy? The harbor of the future. Visitors can find various shopping centers, restaurants, hotels, spas, and museums. Dude, I love a good spa. Many high-rises overlook the breezy harbor, including Yokohama's landmark tower, one of Japan's tallest buildings. It is? I feel like the ones in Tokyo are so tall, though. At 296.3 meters tall, you must visit the, oh my god, 70-floor skyscraper and make your way to the Sky Garden viewing gallery. Open to the pub. You telling me there was a Sky Garden? There's a Sky Garden? That better be in the show. Write that down, everybody. Write that down. Write that down. Sky Garden. Sky Garden viewing gallery. We want that too. Oh my god, wait, guys, is that the church? I think this is literally the church we visited. I think this is the church. Wait. Hold up. We can't see it from the main angle, but I think that's like the wedding venue. I think this is the wedding venue from the guys. We can make a map of where they went. We can sit there and be like, this is where they went. We'll do it. We're gonna do a trip. We're all gonna go to Japan, and we're gonna all meet up at all those spots from Star Detective. Hear me out. Hear me out. I know about the Hello Kitty Love Hotel, but I didn't know about the Precure Hotel. They have so many themes. I think the hotel I went to had a Real Akuma theme, a Precure theme, and a teddy bear theme. But they got some pretty hardcore themes for long-running series. But yeah, I think that's literally the church from the last episode. Smallish world. The view from the top is especially magnificent at night when the sweeping views are illuminated with glittering evening lights. Getting up there is an exhilarating adventure itself via the fastest elevator in Japan. Oh my god, I did that in New York. I love the stupidly fast elevator where they're like, our elevator goes to the top floor real fast. Which reaches the Sky Garden in 40 seconds. Oh my god, they could do well, how long has that elevator been there? I wonder how long this has been a thing. If you want to dip your toes into some culture, the Yokohama Museum of Art is next to the landmark tower. It features modern and contemporary pieces by Japanese and international artists. The museum's striking building is a landmark in Minatomirai, designed by the famous Japanese architect Kinzo Tange. Which is the museum? I'm gonna look up which one the museum is. Yokohama Museum of Fine Arts. I want to see what the building is. I'm also trying to remember if my friends visited Yokohama, because I might talk to her. Okay, no, it's a different building. But it looks like the museum also has, like, a glass atrium. It's got it looks like they put that glass structure at the Louvre and stuck it on top of a building. That's interesting. But yeah, the museum would be another cool location. Like the second time I'm gonna reference Miraculous here, but I think that would be pretty cool if they visit the museum too. I think they take the full advantage of doing Yokohama as their setting because I don't think they've done Yokohama thus far, and I don't think like every so often they do a season that's very much based on a very real place. But it's interesting. Ironic because it's Sunday, right? On a random note, for those who know of Ipri, happy Tamaki Day! It's her birthday, my fave Ipri character. Aww. A battle atop the boats that'd be so cool. Welcome in, Melly. How are you today? Points out my bulletin board and red strings and starts print. Right? We gotta really go into this. Okay. Da 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 da. The Sankayan Garden, which, look at this, girl, we didn't know this was here. Where is she? Where is she on the map? Oh, I think I have that in the Google Drive, but this is pretty. We got a garden for for seekers of tranquility. This enchanting Japanese garden is not to be missed. Established by the silk trader Sankei Hara in the 20th century. So that was last century, baby. The Sankayan Garden embodies history and tradition, spanning 175,000 square meters. You will find the winding paths, peaceful ponds, and historic buildings dotted throughout the garden, just a 30-minute bus ride from Yokohama Station. Okay, so this is a bit away. I don't know if they'll do this one. This might be a one-off episode. The garden is worlds away from the bustle of yeah, it's far away. But that's pretty cool. Guys, the Cup Noodle Museum! How could, like, this season is sponsored by Cup Noodle. Thomas the Choo-Choo Train need to touch grass. It's true, though. Guess who has a bet going with their sister on whether Mikuru is Anna's mother or not? Funny enough, my sister's name is Anna. Aww. I bet somebody's winning. Yeah, we can go to the Cup Noodle Museum. Whoa. I was like, they keep talking about Chinese food, so I was like, do they have a Chinatown? They do. Yokohama has its own Chinatown. Largest Chinatown in Japan and Asia for that matter. Is it not, is it bigger than the one in New York? What's the largest Chinatown? We're going down rabbit holes. Largest Chinatown in the world. Because I've been to the New York one. The biggest one is in Bangkok, Thailand. Neat. Yo, do we have a ranking? Do we have a ranking of the tallest ones? There's one that's really big in San Fran. There's one that's really big in New York, which I've been to the New York one. There's one in London. There's one in Canada. One in Singapore. One in Sao Paulo. One in Melbourne, Australia. Yokohama. Yokohama is number 8 as the largest one. I guess they're not counting Australia as part of Asia in this, which is fair. Sometimes people loop Australia in, sometimes it's its own continent. Cup Noodle Museum? Yeah, Cup Noodle, guys! We could be getting the nudes. I didn't know there was a cup noodle. I knew that there's a couple of cup noodle museums because I know people would go there and you can make your own flavor of cup noodle, but they would have to have a whole episode sponsored by Cup Noodle, which, to be fair, Cup Noodle do be sponsoring like a lot of things. I don't know if they would do it with Precure because Cup Noodle does have a lot of sodium and that might not be the most child-friendly thing in the universe, but to be fair, Precure sells sugary gummies. But it'd be cool if they did a Cup Noodle sponsor. I think Square Enix has a lot of its games are sponsored by Cup Noodle, and then Yuru Camp is sponsored by Cup Noodle as well. I feel like I had watched a video of the Cup Noodle Museum, but I don't really know what it looks like. It's very boring on the outside, though. I'll give it that. It's just one building, but I know that the interior is heavily decorated. If I had known my special interest had been tied to this location, my bingo card would have been hilariously different. Hey, you can always alter it if you want to change anything up before next Sunday, because I am going to probably be doing yours next Sunday, and then I might do Trace's as well. Special interest location had been tied to the show. Yeah. So they have a Chinatown, which is cool. Largest Chinatown, has a myriad of around 500 restaurants and food stands overflowing with Chinese, Cantonese, and Szechuan cuisines to choose from to ensure you arrive on an empty stomach. When Yokohama opened its ports to trade in the 19th century, it quickly became a home to many Chinese traders who settled and crafted a legacy with the exuberant Chinatown. The vibrant streets are authentically Chinese. You'll feel as though you are no longer in Japan. I do wish that, like, this was one of those moments where, you know, like, Delicious Party has Ran in it. I wonder if it would have been better to have a Chinese character in this season, since it seems to, like, have a pretty big mix of different, like, histories to it. Nonetheless, Yamashita Park. This is the park that we saw, I believe, right here. This is gonna be this park. But before that, I'm gonna catch up. Definitely making a revision then. Go for it, go for it. The cup the cup noodle building looks so corporate. I assume they just rented out the place to do the museum stuff and then just stuck. It looked like, what was that? Was that Brandon Grotesque or not me going immediately into the fonts? It's looking very Helvetica-y for this cup noodle thing. I do love that they put 3 exclamation marks and then cup noodle, and then they have, like, a border over here. And I like that they got rules over here. You can't bring something in. Maybe you can't bring out, like, exterior food. It's interesting. But I've seen some of the stuff for the cup noodle museums. They're pretty cool. I zoned out a bit if we were talking about the Ferris wheels, but Chicago is also a big deal because it had the first. I didn't know. Dude, we're learning so many facts today. This is the educational stream today. I had no clue Chicago was the first. That's so neat. If Mikuru and Anna end up not being related to one another by the end of the series, I'm gonna crash out. Just kidding. I went crazy when yeah, the first thing, that was the cool thing, is that the very first thing we see in the episode is we see Mikuru, or we see, I almost said Iroha, we see Anna's mother before, we see Anna, which I think was very interesting. Like, that, they don't usually show someone who's not our main character and is not, like, a relevant character first, which is very cool. I think that tells me a lot, personally. But welcome in, Cordearia, how are you? I did read that. My McDonald's glowed down over the last few years. Look in building. Stop. What a roast. If you're on a budget and want an outdoor activity that won't put a dent in your funds, a visit to Yamashita Park is an ideal day trip outing. This picturesque park is free to the public and stretches along Yokohama's waterfront. Stroll at your leisure along the promenade overlooking the bay, or bring a blanket and snacks for a picnic. Guys, we can have a picnic on the lush greenery, enjoy the scenic views of the harbor, and take in the ships as they sail past and under the Yokohama Bay Bridge, which I think the Bay Bridge is probably the bridge we saw Anna standing on, which I think is, not that you can see my cursor very well, but it's like away this direction, I think is the bridge. Which reminds me a lot of the bridge, the Brooklyn Bridge. But that's just because I'm a New Yorker. What else? Okay, that's it. We can continue doing the opening. We took a little detour to learn about Yokohama, but I think that was delightful. That's a lot of information. But I think that tells us a lot about what we could see in the show. It also explains why they have the red brick motif, other than it just being very detective-y. But yeah, I think they made a good choice with picking the setting. Like, I'm feeling really happy about the setting now, connected to the show already. But yes, moving right along into this. Ooh, we get another transition. We get this nice pointed star transition. Noted. See, like, I'm trying to... Oh, wait, no. Okay, so maybe the loop does something different. Okay, so it does look like there is... I'll do this side. It does look like there's another glass under it, which I imagine this is just plastic. Clear plastic. And then I think this is also clear plastic. I'll have to see what the real one does again, because I thought this was just empty. But it does look like it's got a crosshair, which is very interesting. And then it's got the little heart logo down here. That's interesting. And then for everybody who got excited before, this is our gal. This is a gal character they have. Which I think someone else had mentioned it before, that the 90s are when the gal movement... I have to look at the full Gyaru history. Gyaru history. Because oh my god, I have a friend who did it. Because, like, okay, so it started in, like, the 1970s, but got very, very big in the 90s. So it doesn't surprise me that they have a Gyadu in here, who looks really cute. I'm excited about this character. A lot of people theorize that she's the villain, the Gyadu-style villain that we have later in there, which could be interesting. But she looks like a relevant character nonetheless. We don't get to see too much of her uniform, but she doesn't seem to be wearing the, like, the girly pop, the borderline, I had to look if it was only all girls school. She seems to be wearing a different uniform, which is interesting, and we see all of her accessories in the plumeria going on here. So I wonder if she, like, because it's a plumeria specifically, I don't know if that's so much just, like, a gal thing, or if she's genuinely, like, Polynesian, since it's more of a tropical plant. But she's cool. I'm interested to see what we learn about her. And then obviously we get cute little florist, little flower shop. Ba, 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 ba. World Columbian Exposition in Chicago, 1893. It was also accompanied by a lot of real crimes, so while they may not directly reference it, we may be able to find an underlying inspiration. That's super neat. I hope Toei doesn't take my money. They might come for my money. I better see that Blondie in future episodes because her design's awesome. I am obsessed already. I love her accessories. I hope they don't give her a typical, like, bratty personality. I hope she's nice. Because I don't feel like we've had a lot of, like, true Gyadu in the show. But she cute. She got potential. She's just, like, a small little tittle bit of what we're gonna see with how the character designs go hard. Wait. I wanna look at this transition. They have so many transitions for the opening. I like this. They got, like, this fun poppy color, very saturated. We got some steps. We got the watch. We got the loop. We got the stars, because it's Star Detective, and then some spots. This is cool. I like the design for this. And then, of course, we have to showcase that Pochitan is a collectible baby doll that you can purchase. And you can feed her, just like in the show. Which, again, this is also very reminiscent, because I think there's a scene like this with Mashiro in the opening for Hodoguru Sky, so call back to that. I know Japanese and American schools work differently, but I kind of want to see Anna's reaction to a 1999 school lunch. That would be fun. Though I think they probably, well, I guess you can purchase, like, bento lunches at schools, but they probably bring their own. But it would be interesting to, like, have the, like, food that was popular back then. But yeah. Alright, so we get a little bit more of the Kyoto detective agency, kind of getting a look inside of it, where I guess this is probably a more normal meeting room, but it also seems like we still have up here, up this way, more, what are the words for it? Like windows, like ceiling windows, skylights. And then we of course get to see a little bit of Jet Senpai before he experiments himself back into his fairy form, but this definitely clears without a shadow of a doubt that he is this little fairy, which I think some people are still not sure if that was true. This is beyond a shadow of a doubt confirmed. And then we have this, like, mirror segment, which I thought was very interesting. I wonder if this will be, like, it's just one of those emotional moments in the show, like, or in the opening where they, like, be all mysterious and stuff, or if, like, if we go to the amusement park and they have one of those spooky rooms, the mirror hall things. But I do love this scene because I feel like it's very magical girly to be like, but what's in my reflection? Because they do this in so many. They do it, obviously, that scene in Sailor Moon where she looks into the reflection and there's, like, the Sailor Moon version of her and it's just Usagi on the other side. They do this also in Mermaid Melody, so having this kind of, like, callback to other magical girl shows is very pleasing. The new Precure baby doll, only for $40. Jesus. Jesus, that's so expensive. It's so expensive. But I do love this reflection part, especially since this is, like, getting very, like, the more intense part of the opening, where it's like, oh, we feeling things here. This is where it gets emotional. Love it. Mirrors, mirrors, mirrors. Mirrors all. Mirrors for days. I would have loved for the show and toys to have a 90s. I wish it had more of a 90s. Bring back the girly pop era. But welcome in, Godochu. How are you today? Anna and Mikuru mirroring each other is one of my favorite parts of the opening. I think it's really clever. It's a good callback, but it also kind of like really works on the whole duo ship of this season. And then we get a map of the city, which is interesting. This could illuminate some location information for us. Because I don't know how much we're gonna stick to this. Like, I think this is the museum up here. Or I think this is the art museum. Because the art museum is shaped like this. I have to pull it down a little bit for you guys to see it. I apologize for my computer being not shaped. Alright, never mind. It wants to stop right there. But yeah. I am almost positive this is the museum. So we're very likely to visit the art museum. The Yokohama Art Museum up here. I don't know what this red building is. But it looks distinct enough that it's something. We do have a weird building over here that's kind of like the Cup Noodle Museum over here. Like, mildly, but then it's got the satellite dish up here. That could be something up there. This down here could be something's park. I don't know, but I think this this is me overthinking things. Guys, this is the Yokohama Museum and they will be going to it. Yeah, hello everybody and Noblest Tea. Welcome in, Noah. How are you today? Yes, for only $40, you can go to your local toy stores and beg your parents to buy it. That's what Precure wants you to do. That's what they want you to do. But yeah, I like the little crayon map. I think it's funny. I also love their chibis here. Their chibis are really, really cute. Very adorable chibis. What else we got? Oh, we're looping back. Oh, we're running on all the paths. Okay. Scooty booting right along. Oh, wait, we get a better look of this, guys. Alright, here's the map. Here's where we're gonna be visiting in the show. Okay, so this is surely the wedding venue we went to, right? It's just sideways angle of it. This has got to be the wedding venue we went to. This is the tallest building they were talking about. I think this is the, like, 70-floor building that they had the fast elevator in. I think this is the museum. And then there's some miscellaneous buildings all around here. This potentially could be the Cup Noodle Museum. Or, I don't know. This is... no, could this be the archway for Chinatown? I think that might be a stretch, if this is the archway for Chinatown. We got some kind of lake, though. We got a fun little lake up here that we could visit. If we're taking this very literally. There's always a lot of theory potential here. All the locations we could be visiting. In our random deep dive that this has turned into. Okay, here we go. Wait, no, get out of here, Pretty Hawk people. We've got questions. So, my guess, on a personal level, is I think left is Eclair, right is Shushutan, but there's something that could interrupt that theory. There's something that very much could interrupt that theory, but for right now, I think that Miss Eclair is Miss Greenhair. And the dumbest reason why I think that this theory is true, even though her outfit is more similar to Eclair and she also has the diamond, like they both have the diamond, so they're connected. I genuinely think either way these two have the highest contending to be related to Eclair. It'll be funnier if Eclair is two different people and she turns into one in her cure form, because that will just be broken. But, the reason why I do not think that this is Eclair is because her hair is already too similar to the Eclair, so that when she transforms, what's she gonna do? Her hair's already in the color. Like, we always change the hair up. So that is my one reason why I'm like, she can't possibly be Eclair. She already has the Eclair hair. But she could potentially be Shushutan, or these two could just be sisters. They could be some kind of sister situation here. Okay, no, this isn't an all-girl school. You can't see it, but off screen there's a guy. I see a boy. But they have a much different outfit than what the gal was wearing for her school uniform, so I don't believe they all go to the same school. Wait a second. This building shape. Go back. We go back here. No. Maybe this isn't the museum and this is the school, because it's also shaped like the school. Maybe they replaced the museum with the school. Because, yeah, this is looking... It's got the I don't know, guys. I don't know. Figuring things out. The rabbit hole, it deepens. Hooray for the gay and non-binary memes. Yeah, people were winning for Tomodachi Life. Shout out to people who are big fans of Tomodachi Life. This map was so nostalgic. As when I was a kid, I would rewatch Detective Curious George episode over and over again, and I would draw my own fake maps of town. That's so cute. Welcome back! Totanpri is real. Just with different people. Off topic, but since Futariwa is on Hulu, I hope the other seasons will get on the. I do too. I think a lot of them. Well, I guess Futariwa was able to dual stream to Crunchyroll and to Hulu, so there's potential. Is the Japanese version on Hulu for Futariwa, or is it just the dub? Because the Japanese, if it's not, then the Japanese is exclusive to Crunchyroll, and the dub is for Hulu, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'm very excited for these two characters. I'm excited to see what they do. It does feel like they're connected to one another, but because she's not wearing the uniform, she looks like she is maybe older, maybe teachery. But like, there's not much difference in height, and it's hard to tell if she's like, this is a teacher, or if she's just like someone who doesn't attend this school for whatever reason. I don't know. It also looks like there's a lot of diamond iconography here in general. She's got like a little patch, which I assume is for the school, but we can tell if we look at these other characters here. Well, they don't have the patch. Interesting. But we do see that the Pretty Holic stuff seems to be connected to this school, and specifically we have these characters who have our Pretty Holic items for them. But we have two girls who do not appear like, wait for them to be like, actually one of these two is Eclair. But it seems that our Pretty Holic people may be different characters, which is very, very interesting. I also like that the uniform is a violet color or like a magenta color because it's a nice like a nice mix between pink and purple. So I imagine that our main characters will also attend this school at some point when we get to school, which they'll probably hold off on school for a while. I say that, and then Horoguru Sky kind of hopped into school pretty quickly. But they have the excuse to not talk about school until, like, April, May. Nonetheless, we do have these two characters who are also very designed. Like, I feel like our background characters last season were very background character looking. And having these very bright, vibrant main cast is very exciting to me. Hula got Precure. Yep. Let me scroll up and make sure I am getting everything I can. Wait a minute, I just realized the blue-haired girl next to the student, that's gotta be Eclair. Like, there's so much potential for these characters to be Eclair. People are thinking Claire might have something to do with the school, because of the diamond stuff. I love for a split second frame of Phantom in the Luluku section, such a theory fuel. Yeah, we'll get to it. I think the fact that there's 3 Eclair candidates, I think I've seen 4. I've seen up to 4. Plus Niji makes me want to believe Grandma Eclair theory, though. So maybe her parents own the school or something. That, we could be pulling a Love Live moment here. Enjoying the wish section of the stream. Aw. All the side characters have such main character designs, right? I wonder how long Pretty Holic has been around since 1999. Yeah, that's interesting, because, like, technically speaking, wasn't Pretty Holic... I thought Pretty Holic was started by Sango's family. But it could be that they just, like, I don't know, started a branch over there. I guess, now that I think about it, Pretty Holic existing in 1999 is very interesting. They're tricking us, I swear. I know, they're really fooling around with us. They did eat with the side characters, absolutely. Pretty Holic has the newest old designs this year. I will say the Pretty Holic stuff is the most boring this season thus far. I will roast them there. They did go with doing older makeup because it's a lot less it's a lot less interesting. Like, they really popped off with the last few seasons in terms of Pretty Holic. Like, I think it's come so far from Tropical Rouge, and then this stuff kind of is it's a step down. Like, I'm pretty sure this has been the design for the nail polish with very little detail changes. And then I believe this is the lipstick. This is so boring compared to the other lipstick. Like, it's cool that they've got the bow and the tie, but, like, this is so boring comparatively. which is kind of good for me because I think Japan still has a ban on purchasing makeup, which is stressful. We're already in April for the series. Yeah, so they're in April, so they've got months to catch up. They can have like every episode be an incremental day between the previous semester ending and the new school year starting. Ba-ba-ba. I still hope they won't whitewash the Arcana Shadow outfit, dude. I'm holding out. I'm holding out. But there's little hope, but I'm holding out. Pretty Holic origin story could be where it all began. Could be. Rewrite it. Rewrite it from the top. Curie Claire could be anyone because a lot of the Curie's hair changed when transformed. That's what I'm saying. Like, normally you kind of take it from hair shape. Usually the hair shape tends to be a little bit more indicative of who's going to be who, but so many people have the Eclair hair shape because if I go back, which I needed to behave with me, she has the, like, hair flingus that Eclair does, but Eclair also has these, like, if you take their hair and merge it together, then it's Eclair's hair, because she obviously has the longer hair, and it has these hair swoops, but the hair tingus is also something, like, you just have to, if you add their hair together, you get Eclair, which is interesting. But I'm curious about these two girls, because it looks like, and it'll be interesting if they play around with it, like, she looks like she has, like, a Cure Gelato kind of energy about her, and then this is very Cure Custard energy between the two of them, but it'd be really funny if they're like, she's the sporty one, and she's the quiet one. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how they handle it. But even this, like, it feels like there's character for their characters, where she's kind of, like, a little bit more, kind of, her shoulders are pushed more in. She seems a little bit more dainty, while she has, like, broader shoulders and, like, more open. There's already, like, a little bit of personality with them, which I enjoy. Okay, I'm gonna have to make this smaller. Because I think it... I'm trying to figure out why my screen behaves the way it does. Yeah, because that says that's the edge, and that's not the edge. But it won't go any further, which is bugging me. I think it's because I went full screen, and it does not like the fact that I've gone full screen. If I unfull screen... There we go. Well, we'll do unfull screen for the moment. That will be better for now. But this is another Eclair candidate over here. Because people were like, well, she's got the butterfly in her hair, and her hair is, like, not quite the light teal that she is, and she could change her hair. She seems nice. She's at this cafe. It's very interesting. Probably daughter to this dude over here who's doing something. It's so much. So much. I question how long Pretty Holic existed when I saw that one episode in Idol Precure. That one character made Pretty Holic sound like it came out 10 years before Tropical Rouge. The hat that covers part, so we have no clue. Yeah, she's hiding things in those hat. Her little baker's hat. Unless your name is Sailor Moon because she doesn't change her hair. Well, Sailor Moon plays by different rules. Leo did say that he heard another artist, it will be a different character from the one in the bakery shop, the one with the blue hair. This is the one most people think is Claire. Yeah, a lot of people are theorizing her. I think it's not her, but I'm always prepared to be surprised. She seems so much more, like, dainty, and Eclair seemed like she had a lot of confidence. Being said, Mayu also sat there and looked really unconfident, and Lillian seemed much more confident after transformation, so who knows? Who knows? That's what I heard from the Leo review on the opening. Yeah. It's giving sweet Precure flashbacks. Everybody is a Cure contender. Honestly, we do have this yellow-haired guy who I guess is in a relationship with this matching t-shirt girl, which is looking awfully similar to... Like, welcome back, Haruka from Go Princess. But this core cast over here looks very interesting. It seems that this cafe is going to be relevant. They seem to have, like, a flan dish going on over here, so I don't know if flan's going to be our food of the season, because last season we had the melon soda be really popular. I have to step back and think. What other seasons? Like, I always remember that we have had donuts in 2 seasons. Fresh had donuts. We had the marble donuts in Go Princess. We had the fruit juice and healing good. What else? What are other foods that were really big in different seasons? Because flan we haven't done before, but flan might just be what they're chomping on over here for the moment. Oh, we had the gummy berries from Wonderful. I don't know. Anybody else remember like signature foods from other seasons? Honestly, I think none of them are her. Like I said, red herrings. Very, very possible. Curie Claire Biggs. Curie Claire is pretty obvious. It's a good argument. You got a good argument, Star Bubbles. I swear to God, if Eclair is just like Mayu with an unconfident, shy, reserved self, but her cure form is supreme confidence, my wallet is gonna be. They really know how to pick them. They really know how to get you. But yeah, the cafe looks cool. I like their uniforms a lot. It's very reminiscent of the uniforms too that they had for the Team Flare Cafe in the new Pokemon game. A lot of people also say that this girl could be Eclair or Shuchutan. I think I've seen the two theories because she has the hair piece that's the same shape as Shuchutan's. I don't think it's the same color. But they're like, surely this girl who's like really close up for no reason is going to be Eclair. This is the last one I've heard people constantly say could be her. But she's interesting. I like her. I like her little hair ribbons. They're very cute. She's adorable. I also love that she does a braid because my character also does a little bit of a braid sometimes for her hairstyle like that. So she's cute. I like her twin tails. And then they do this whole puzzle piece. So clearly a Professor Layton reference. Let's go. Level 5 is so back. More Layton, please. Professor Layton and Smash win. That reminds me of a puzzle. I'm gonna keep making Professor Layton jokes. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna know what I'm referencing, but everybody should play Professor Layton. It's fun. It makes you feel really smart when you solve mysteries. But yeah, I like that they have the little puzzle as we go into the next aspect of it. So we're back to our more metropolitan area here. And even, like, this girl looks like she has the same outfit as the gal, but, like, we actually get to see what this jacket looks like. This looks like the other school. That's got more of, like, a sailor uniform vibe to it. And we see that she's wearing I guess since she's wearing the jacket, it's more of the winter outfit of this. And then she's got the leg warmers. We're rocking the 90s leg warmers. Like, I'm like, yeah, okay, so we see our girl over here. We see Luluka. But, like, what about this girl over here who probably goes to the same school as our gal from before? It's all about the details. It's all about the details, fam. Eclair will be our tree. They better. I would actually be very happy if they have Eclairs everywhere. Taiyaki, that's right, they have Taiyaki and Hodogodu Sky. The star donut from Star 20. Oh, because we've had donuts 3 times. How could I forget? How could I forget? You know the one guy who has his hand underneath a butterfly meme? Oh, yeah. Is this? Yeah, that's me. That's me. The beam fits Eclair so well. It's true. I feel like it could be possible that it will go to the Cure Muse route too, since it's a detective season. They very much could. Very much could subvert all expectations. I think the blonde girl is so cute. She's so cute. Claire will be the treat of the season. I better see some Eclairs because I'm not seeing them now and they're holding out. We need a yellow main cure. Oh my god. I feel like next we'll go back to pink, but then the season after that we'll get yellow. They're doing an every other thing kind of. I see it. I could totally see a plot where she aspires to bake like the blue-haired gal. We could make it happen. The actual Claire, not the cure. Yeah. I can't wait to eat Cure Claire. No! Arcana. Banjo and Kazooie puzzle reference. I guess that's more 90s, isn't it? I think Professor Layton came out in the 2000s. Also, it's gonna bother me if I don't fix this. Oh, I hate that it doesn't want to, like, behave. It struggles. It struggles, but we are at the boundary. Ugh. Close enough. It's too big. It's too big. I'll just crop off. We don't need the bottom. We're cropping off the bottom. Anyways, besides me adjusting everything on stream. let's talk about Luluka. So Luluka is a very interesting, like, she's got that Christian girl, like the Christian gothic girl outfit, but I think that's just her casual outfit. I'm very curious what her story is. She's given a lot of Homura energy with like her backstory at the moment. She's got like kind of a colonial funk going on she's so interesting. This is why she's my favorite character. I've got so many questions. I also love that she has two hair thingus. And then she's got a little black ribbon. And we got Shushutan! And then we already know from episode 1 that she's been here. So she's been doing something. She's been around. I know her name is Luluka. I just don't say it for some reason. I need to remember to call her Luluka. It'll take a minute, but I think it will grow on us once we see her a lot. Arcana reminds me of Dark Precure from Harketch because they are both Precures that work with their villains. True. Everyone here, don't pull a deviant heart. You know it's this. No deviant heart. Her civilian outfit is so cute. Gothic Lolita written all over it. I love how the opening is especially a game of Whales Aquarius civilian form. Mashutan. I love that Mash, like, she's like, huh. And then Mashutan's like, hey, this is such diva energy. Alright, what else are we gonna learn? Got another close-up shot of these guys, where again, Mashutan, her, like, her :3 expression is very funny to me. But, like, Statium energy. Which, mind you, we go to this field of lilies, which kind of gay, but also I think it's interesting that there's this field of lilies because we had a field of lilies spoilers, mild spoilers for the or out of context spoilers for the You and Idol movie. They also had a field of lilies, but the field of lilies in the movie represented kind of loss. So I wonder if somebody in her life, she lost somebody in her life. I don't know if somebody is sad TM dead. Like, there's this trauma that she has with the... I guess this is our overarching villain here. I didn't realize we were getting a mech for our villain. Crazy. It's like a pirate mech, because it's got a pirate head. Not head. Like, dude, the pirate queen as, like, our Final Fantasy villain would be so cool. It's got a fur coat going on. But these, like, the fingers look like they're puppet hands. Which I wonder if this is not actually the final person, but they got, like, puppet knuckles going on here, which is interesting. But I assume our big bad kind of traumatized her somehow for her to be on Team Evil, or maybe stole. She also could be on Team Evil if the pirate baddie stole something from her, like is like holding her parents captive and is making her be an evil cure. That's also a potential, which is interesting. So I do feel like there was loss here. I do love this transition though, and like the purple filter they put on here is really nice as we go into her Arcana form. And then we have like this red, like the brief, like we start out with like normal Precure transformation energy, but we have this harsh red that was congruent with our villain, and then it has this like really noisy texture going on here for like evil flashback. She looks like she could be an American Girl doll. She could. I need that, actually. Everybody stop everything. I would like an American Girl doll of her. Please and thank you. I wonder if the duel... Oh, okay, hints at some dorkiness. It'd be really funny. If, like, oh my god, imagine it turns into a heart shape when, like, she's happy or something. Or if she herself is lost. True. She could be like, I have amnesia. I've got no memories of my past and I'm just working with the baddies. Her memories got stolen, perhaps? I think the big boss of these, yeah. I feel like it's the big boss. But also, the fact that it's kind of puppety wonders, I'm like, could the, like, big plot twist be that our big bad over here is a puppet on strings and there's somebody pulling the puppet strings of our baddie? Big theory time, big thoughts. mark this timestamp when we come back in a year from now and find out in episode 49 who the big bad is. I will cry if they take that long to get to the plot. But Wonderful did a better job at pacing than Hirogaru Sky, so I'm hoping from you and Idol we will know something about our baddie before the end. Welcome in, Yosura. How are you? Hot take, I was never into American Girl dolls. Betrayal, you're banned. You're banned! Or I also time slipped and the baddie promised to help me. That's true. They could do that. That's a good guess. Somebody write that down for their bingo card. That's such a good one, too. But, yeah, we've got so much potential. Because, like, I feel like one of the things with her is it feels like she is acting of her own volition. It doesn't feel like she's mind-controlled. Oh, I didn't realize she has heart in her... Look at her little heart eyes. Guys, how can she be evil? She's got hearts in her eyes. Yeah, I feel like there's some kind of... Like, the whole thing is lies when it comes to the villain, so she's being manipulated somehow, but I feel like she's still acting of her own volition. It doesn't feel like she's mind-controlled, but anything's possible. I mean, we had mind-controlling in Delicious Party, and we had mind-controlling in Go Princess, so it wouldn't be surprising if it does end up being mind-control, but for the sake of a better story, I hope it's not mind control. Also, I just realized that the gold on her outfit's supposed to be metallic because you can see that they do this lighting for it, where it looks more metally. That's cool. Instead of everybody else who's kind of just, like, got it on as fabric. I like Emperor, Undark, and Skeerhead from Hogo to Sky. I think they were good villains. I think, as well as Empress. I think they just, shouldn't have told us about them at the last 10 episodes. I think we should have learned much, 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 much sooner. But this looks like it's gonna at least have a little bit better pacing with the villains because we already have a villain that matters. Which I think is helpful. I think the villains being far more interesting is great. I also think this is a good thing that they're doing specifically with the Mahotsukai writers. Because the guy who wrote for Mahotsukai, I think the weakest thing about Mahotsukai was the villains were so irrelevant and whatever and very easily defeated. So I feel like he internalized that critique and is writing better. That's what I'll say about that. Maybe instead of an outfit color, change her teardrops, change into heart shapes. Potential, though I do think because it's a tear-shaped jewel on the book, they're unlikely to change that because it's in the merch. But potential. But you can't make this design and be like, she's not supposed to be your favorite, because, like, I'm sorry, look how cute she is. She's got her card captor Sakura cat, like, card wand. Sold me immediately. She's got such a cute little dress. I love her dress. And the veil. I love it all. And then she's got, like, little purple ombre on her hair, like a pinkish purple. It's really cute. Like, I love her. And then we got Niji, which Niji's very interesting. I'm curious, like, because normally with villains like Niji, before we get to the other ones, typically they, like, never break their facade until the end, or, like, until they're about to lose, like we had with Jogi last season. But he already, like, has been caught off guard by our main characters, and he's been having, like, he's had more emotion portrayed with him, which is super interesting. So I'm already very interested in his character because he feels like they're going to make him pretty dimensional. I also still am going to stand by my crackpot theory that he is somehow, like, Eclair's brother. I'm going to hold fast to that theory, that he is Eclair's brother. That's my crackpot theory for now. All the literal bow ties on every design, beautiful. We stand. I'm obsessed with the pink hair one you don't understand. She's already super exciting. I think that could be the biggest Precure toy we've ever had. Yeah, I've heard that they actually might manufacture it to scale. Niji giving such a strong mix of Nice to Do and Batamonda vibe for me. Yeah, but I think he's gonna go farther. I think he's gonna be more interesting. And then we've got this girl, who people theorize could be the gal, but to be fair, her skin is lighter. But she also has big gal energy, so I don't know. I mean, I would have liked her to keep her tan, but whatever. Don't ban me! I'll let it slide. I'll let your American Girl doll not, like, slide for now. But you're on thin ice. I think Kira Arcana and Kira Claire is going to be Yuri hoping. We need some Yuri. It would not be. I need to remember. I think it's Isao is the writer. He writes the Yuris. We've had Star Twinkle Yuri, and we had Mahotsukai Yuri. We've got to find Yuri somewhere in here. We just have to keep looking. That's the mysteries. We have to find the Yuri. But yeah, the Gal Girl is very fun. I'm very excited about her. She's got a really nice design too. Like, look at her. I also like that we're back on the bat designs. I do like the bat designs every couple seasons. They do spark joy. And I love that they have, like, not only do we have the arm warmers too. This is so, like, this is a nice retro vibe. And I like her stupid little sunglasses, even though she's wearing a mask. Like, girl, it's so dumb that you got the mask piece, but then you also got the sunglasses. Like, queen, you're the mess we're here for. I also love that she stole the hairstyle from Cure Bloom, just putting that out there. But also, she does, like, this star pattern, which I have on the neck of my character in a lot of forms. She got on her thigh. You can barely see it, it's down here. It's here in spirit. And she got big old go-go boots. As she should. Gyaru Girl's wife. Welcome in Kanado. What a queen, right? Yuri, we're here for the Yuri. Am I crazy or she looks like a lot like Mashiro? Yeah, she kind of got some Mashiro energy. She got the hair color. I love that Arcana Shadow's just standing there like, yeah, I'm here. I'm also on the team against my will. Anna towards Miguru. We're not touching that. I never got into American Girl dolls, but I do like the appeal of the brand. That's totally fair, totally fair. It was a joke. It was a joke before, by the way. Just to make that super clear. They're all slay except the big guy. I hate his design. I'm sorry. Roasted. I like the head wings. I do like it. It's very also pure magical. And then we have this guy who, like, it's so funny because, like, his hair has, like, I don't know, wrestler energy, but then the side of his hair here and then the fan is giving British royalty for no reason. And then he's got, like, oh god, it's like kabuki makeup. He is like, let's throw every culture together. Because now it's got, like, a Roman outfit going on here. It's got, like, that Roman bodice for no reason. It's so funny. Barry the Precure fan, welcome in. How are you today? This guy in a deer cape is the muscle of the group. He's something. I hope he's a doofus. My profile picture is Answer being silly. I love it. Is it her silly? Is that the silly face specifically from the ending bit? It's cute. It's very cute. But yeah, we've got the squad here. Because, like, then he's got, like, the Japanese pants. But I guess he's supposed to have, like, a Yankee vibe. He definitely is more Japanese style than the rest of them are. Because, like, I would say we've got, like, a magician energy here. And then, like, mage energy. And then, like, I don't know, what do we call this? Like, go-go girl. Go-go gal girl. Go-go gal girl. Oh, she's got a yellow... Okay, wait. So she's got this yellow flower in her hair. Let's go back to the gal real quick. Let's find the segment where we looked at the gal. Where was that? Here. She had the plumeria... Okay, she's got a plumeria that's pink and then yellow on the inside, and then she's got, like, the pink and yellow here. And then a sprinkle of blue. Keeping that in mind, that could mean things. That could mean things. Like, she's got a layered flower, but it's 2 layers of yellow, and then doesn't seem to have any of the blue, but she does got pink. Just like, no, I'm making some observations, Actually, guys, this guy's Kira Claire. I've solved it. Oh my goodness. Alright, let me catch up on chat. There are 2 balloons I know. One is from Precure and the other one is from Ring Club. It's true, we got a couple of magical girly blooms. Purely based on vibes, Anna's favorite magical girl anime is Powerpuff Girl Z, Mikuru's is Shugokara, Arcana Shadows is Cardcaptor Sakura, and Eclair's is Sugar Sugar Rune. I subscribe to this. Wholeheartedly agree. The group definitely has 3 full-timers and the other part-timer vibes. Truly. The group, he must be the strong, muscular guy of the group. Someone make fan art as Saki as Bloom. We should have an outfit swap. Somebody needs to do fan art of an outfit swap there. Brilliance. I think I like the buff guy and Niji. They're fun. I'm very interested to see their personalities. Niji so far, he's interesting. I think he brings a lot to the table in terms of villains. He did a good job for his episode debut. I personally think the resemblance between Anna's mom and Mikuru is a red herring. It puts a serious damper on Anna's intelligence for her to not recognize her own mom. But also her mom didn't seem to recognize her daughter was going to the past, so like both of them could be doofuses. Arcana Shadow is the mage of the group, absolutely. I thought I was the only one who thought she could be the Gyaru. I think there's potential for her to be the Gyaru, but the temperature change, the skin color change is the only thing throwing me off. I can't believe Arcana Shadow was in the ending. Like, oh my god. I don't think we'll go over the ending today, but like, the ending was very interesting. And then we get to see some of the, like, Makoto Jewel bad guys here. And then I guess we get a better look at the villain here. Who we don't see, I guess it's a dude. We don't see his arms, but I do see the plate of armor, but like, unless his arms show up and I don't remember. But he had doll fingers. I want us to remember that. Don't forget he has doll fingers. He's just a puppet on a string, and there's some bigger force at play, which watch it be like, no, Niji doesn't feel like he's the final boss. Big guy plot twist is the final boss. Or maybe Spunky Monkey Girl. Who knows? I feel like he's a puppet. I feel like he's a red herring, and he's not going to be the final villain. He's just we're going to have a Wizard of Oz moment with this guy. But either way. Also, I'm going to be honest, the ones that are tear-shaped look like McNuggets. These guys look like McNuggets, and I'm saying it. I'm saying it right now. I'm so sorry, McNugget energy. Welcome back, Allie. Doofus genes might run in the family. It's true. It could be genetic. The green hair is the standard Phantom teeth. Yeah, he's much more standardized. He also, I mean, he went all in because he's also got roses. He was pulling a tuxedo mask. I saw that. Dude, fan art of Mikuru as Sakura or Usagi Sakino. Dude, no, Arcana Shadow, though. Switching with Sakura would be really cool. That would be another cool outfit swap. Which Precure would become friends with Bloom from Wings Club? Because I brought it up. They both came out in 2004. I have to think about it. I feel like Bloom would probably get along. Maybe Flora? And then I think Mai would get along with Tekna. Anna not knowing that Mikuru is her mother might make sense, as sometimes you tend to overthink so much that you miss the key details. It also would be really funny if Mikuru named her daughter Anna after Anna and then was like, no way, you ended up being that Anna that I knew from the past. That would go really hard, wouldn't it? She's like, you suddenly have the same last name because I got married, but I'm just gonna name you after the Anna that I befriended in the past. Maybe the boss is a puppet. So I'm just saying. Just saying. The monster of the week got some mustache and a top hat. Yeah, like, literally, you know, I can't wait until there's a scene where these three guys stack up and they're in a trench coat. Like, I'm just saying it's going to happen. I need that joke. I think they're all going to be stupid. It's very valid. Decision next to have the most interesting fairies in the cast. True. New season is 5 years away from the OG Precure. That's true. And then we get to see these turn into the Makoto Jewel Watch. Or I keep forgetting the full name of this. It's some combination of that. And then they use the little pew iconography that they used in Wonderful. And then we get to some fighting, which is very nice. This is very like similar of every season, but reminded me a lot of the Heart Catch fight scene here. Specifically with like the way that they framed it. It's very cute. I do love, like, look how like dumb these guys look back here. Look how dumb they are. Given some tuxedo masks. They also have got this like star on top of their hats, which is interesting. Don't know what that means. Don't know if that's like, it's not quite the Eclair diamond, but something to note. Something to note. Wait, I want to go back for that punch. What was the impact frame for the punch? Oh, look at that. That's some nice... Look at that poofy punch. Poofy punch. Some good energy. And, like, look at that flip. Whatcha? And then, this is good. And there's, like, a green strike in here. Yeah, they have, like, a green impact for some reason. That's cool. I like that. And some shaky cam. And then we did get to see the shield. As we predicted, Mikuru slash Mystique did end up having a shield. I don't know if both of them will have a shield or if this will just be probably Mikuru. I keep saying Mikuru. Mystique's thing. But, confirmed shielder. But I will say I like the shield. It's pretty. I like her little Pink Panther shield. I forgot the half mask and cape, yeah. I literally thought that Niji was a girl at first from the trailers before his VA, and it was announced and the guy is... Yeah, I know people said Inosuke. I lost my mind because it's Kirito, and I was like, that's why I know him. It's because I watched Sao. I regrettably watched this album before. I was like, oh my god, he is Kirito. Oh my god. And I went to his credit page, and it's so funny because, like, trying to look up the other roles he did, because he also did, like, Miyamura and Horimiya and stuff like that. But I sat there, and it, like, every other thing was like, he was Kirito, and then he was also Kirito, and did you know he was Kirito? And then did you know that his other name for Kirito is Kazuto? He's also Kazuto. And I was like, oh my god, list him as Kirito once. I know that Sao has, like, 50,000 different properties, and Kirito has, like, multiple identities that are also just Kirito still. Like, we don't have to list him down. They're like, by the way, did you know he's Kirito? I was losing it. Jewel Cure Watch. Maybe they're the same device. Yeah. Named my daughter after the girl who I was friends with for an entire year when I was 14, randomly disappeared into the void of time and space. Honestly. And then she's, like, gonna come back and they're gonna be like, oh, wait, it's you. And I was like, Mom, you didn't know. It's been 100 minutes. Ooh, have I been going that long? Oh, I do be going. I do be going. The Pink Slime Legion. Imagine if Tuxedo Mask was a villain instead of an ally. Hey, he was kind of ambiguous there in the beginning. They kind of weren't sure what to do with him. I can tell the two main cures are related, so no shipping on that front. Yeah. Don't forget Saint Tail and Phantom. Oh, I love Kamikaze Kaito-chan. She's got a high ceiling to overcome. Know how awesome Nana was last year. Yeah, Nana's probably one of our best. I think Butterfly and Wink are some of our top shielders. Unfortunately, our other shielders were a little less good. Well, I take it back. Best shielder Sunshine is still #1 in my heart. But yeah, we've got another shielder on the mix. Though her shield is significantly smaller than ours. We're getting it down to Cure Coral size on the shield. So, if so, what have the villains in Pretty Holic have been doing? Because Pretty Holic in Tanpri and Pretty Holic debuted in 2021 Tropic Rouge. So did they have a hiatus for 2020? I think we were trying to figure that out. I guess this kind of retcons the lore that Pretty Holic was invented sooner. I had to take a call. What I missed? Not much. We've been going through this, like, battle sequence and making jokes about these chicken nugget villains we're fighting. Chicken nugget villain. Skinny femboy fruit many lives. No. There are many precures before Black and White. Yeah. Rosetta. We do love Rosetta in this household. She was a good shielder as well. We need a police theme. No police theme. We can take a break from that. Jet Senpai has the same VA as Clement from Alex. That tracks. Bro has an archetype. And it is blonde scientist. Nonetheless, moving right along. Oh, wait, sparkles. I'm gonna look at the sparkle effect real quick. Yeah. I love that they, like, blur the camera here and then, like, bring it back into focus. This sequence with Arcana Shadow, though. Oh, holy. It's gonna be interesting when they have to change this in the future, because this definitely will, this segment will change by the end of the show. I'm curious to see it. First and foremost, we do get confirmation that this spins, but unfortunately the card, like, the card looks like it goes inside a card holder on here, and then it spins. I was kind of hoping they'd do something Card Captor Sakura-esque, but I'll take this. But at least we get confirmation that this toy spins. Like, that was the number one thing. Like, me, I don't know if you guys know, EcoNick, on Twitter, and, I think it's No Context Magical Girls is his Instagram. Both of us are major collectors. We're constantly talking about our collections together. And the two of us are like, this better spin. We've been being like, this better spin right here. So I'm glad that that spins, but it's very interesting that it spins on a plate. But I guess that's easier to engineer for them. And then, like, this, you can't tell me this attack doesn't eat. Like, she summons these, like, void stars, and then, like, rains it down like that one attack from Fate. Like, look at this go. This post-production for this is very nice. I love it a lot. Jetta smiles. Yeah, we got a Tails moment. I hope we will get another STEM-adjacent theme. We need more women in STEM! Yeah! The hourglass on the back of the card is cool too. Wait, go back. I was not paying attention to the card. Things to observe. Okay, so we have the butterfly, which she seems to have the butterfly motif, like a black butterfly, which is interesting. Keep that in mind. And then, okay, yeah, you're right, an hourglass. Like, butterfly hourglass. So she does have all this, like, secret butterfly motif stuff. So she is the one with the butterfly. I'm taking note, writing that down. Write that down, everybody. That'll be on the test. No one talks about him in the list of roles Yuki Kaji has done. It's Yuki Kaji. He's gonna bring it. But that's next year's problem. Sakura Kinomoto wears a different costume every episode. It's true. But she has her most, like, iconic ones. Like, the pink one with the poofy hat is her signature. If you think about it, any Precure season that takes place in the 2000s was roughly born between the 70s and the 90s, as Star Detective is literally the first Precure season. True. That'd be cool for Precure. Plot twist. Kira Supreme is the CEO of Prettyholic. She went back in time and created a brand. She's like, I can't defeat these cures, so I'm just gonna milk them. I'm gonna open up business. The Gates of Babylon, Shadow Aversion. That's so... It's gonna have a name like that, too. Unlimited Kia Works. I'm glad you guys at least got one reference I made this stream. They're cooking with her magic, honestly. We need Honaka's grandma as a Precure set after World War II. Oh my god, that would go kind of hard, though. So far, we have 3 Dark Cures now. We do. A moth. Moth attracted to the light. Eclair in French means flash of light. We're cracking the code. Also, have I not said hi to you yet? Welcome in, Christian Jackson. The red thing with Ludovica was low-key scary. It was intense. We had big feelings. But yeah, look at this go. This is hardcore. We got a blast. And then we get to see these guys dodge some nice explosions. And of course, them coming out. And look at the crater they left behind. Like, they're not playing around. Our girls have strength. Our girls are very physically fit. I don't know what attack they're about to do here real quick. Like, pause. They both hold each other's hands like this, and then sling those hands back, and then just have their other hands just sitting here to the side. Like, what attack are we doing here? What was the plan? Maybe they're gonna hug her to death. This looks like they're really going for, like, a hug attack here. I thought that maybe they would light up a blast before they go into this, but instead we go into a flashback sequence. Flashback. I literally called out work again, so that's 3 times I've called out work. Oh, I've heard North Carolina got real hit with snow. Hands held. Love some hand holding. Very Precure. We got a villain cure in the ending dance. I know. I'm super excited. It's gonna be really interesting if they redo her part when she becomes good, or if they just switch it to the 4-person one when we hit the halfway point. Imagine if Arcana Shadow pretends to be good to trick them. Don't hurt me this way. I might cry. Close life repel. The lore. Slain by the power of friendship, as we should. I do like this sequence where they, like, parallel these two, where we see little baby Mikuru with her mom. Her mom is also really giving detective energy, and maybe that's why she wants to be a star detective. Something, mom trauma. Because we do briefly see her mom, and her mom's got like one of those scrappy little detective hats, which I think she's wearing backwards. I think those are only supposed to have the lip of the hat in the front, so maybe, I don't know. I don't wear these types of hats. You guys tell me. I don't even know what the type of hat is called, because it's like not quite a beret. But she's also got like a little poncho, which is very Shaw-like, and then she's got kind of like the old-timey longer skirt paired with some boots. Like, she's got some detective energy on. I mean, she's got that like very European style sleeve happening here. Like, could she have mom problems? Could there be stuff about her mom inspiring her to be a detective? Is that why she potentially ran away from home to Yokohama? But I like the sequence where she gets older, like, because we see her in several outfits, which they have 3 outfits too. So I think we're gonna get some flashbacks. We're gonna get some flashbacks in this season, because we have her in this yellow kid outfit, and then she's in this outfit with the like little necktie, like the gemmy necktie thing, which is interesting. But then she goes into her modern outfit, that's this, where it's like 3 forms? Pourquoi? What's going on there? Explain that to me. I'm confusion. Wait a second, they're cousins. The not quite, potentially. I got the reviewing that Luluka would be a really big, or Luca would be a really big Resident Evil, Luluka would be a really big Resident Evil fan, considering that year she's also a big and clear stand. I think autocorrect is fighting you, my friend. The hand holding like marble screw, it's true. They just had to start the marble screwing. Mikuru's mother in the flashback looks like the detective she talks about in the episode. That's true! It does look like the detective that she had in that, like, in the middle of the, when they first got into the venue and she was explaining, or not in the venue, she was, they were buying shoes and it came up. Nice observation. This is why we're a team, guys. We are the detective agency. We will solve this together somehow. It's so bad North Carolinian weather doesn't make sense, and when you do get snow, it usually melts the day after. So, dude, I need my snow to melt. I literally have not left my house because I've been waiting for the snow to melt, and it's really resisting me, and it's making me mad. I looked at the weather, and it's supposed to be under, like, 20 degrees all week, and I was like, no, I need you to get warmer so the snow will melt. I need to leave my house sometime in the month of February, please. I have things to do. I've got dresses I need to get. What's the word? I need to get it, the seam work, make it shape for me. Yes. No, hey, I didn't say you could play. Mikuru's mom is a Sherlock cosplayer. That we've solved the mystery. The scene's giving Endeavor and Shota for My Hero. Be interesting for a Precure season that takes place in the 60s, maybe a reference to the crossover with Sally the Rich or Himitsu no Ako. That'd be fun. Maybe her mom died long ago. Potentially. Kinjo Miku gained a symbol in her name and became a cure like her sister. Theories all around. Yokohama, I thought she went back to Makoto Mirai in 1999. We learned today. We learned that Makoto Mirai is Yokohama. I think the other one showed it. Yeah, this. So, see, behold, Yokohama. Which, mind you, we learned is Minato Mirai is the name of this section of Yokohama. And then if you look in the intro, oh my god. We've been yapping about this one intro for a hot minute. Here. If you look, thank you for going straight to the white screen. Voila! I present to you Makoto Mirai City, or Jewel of the Future City. And then we have Minato Mirai City, or Harbor of the Future City. Actually, not that one. This one. This one is the one for one. Where it's like, it's the same thing. Same place. Sans that one tower. Voila. But yeah, we went on a Yokohama deep dive earlier in the stream. We need a flashback episode. Are we going to be getting a flash forward episode? We've been a flashback episode. I can feel it in my bones. I need a Tekken reference. I feel like we had one last season. Detective Half is called it Why everything just be putting the word deer in it? Like, sorry, it's such a random tangent, but I was like, I learned why a deer scare is called a deer scare. But the happy calling a deer stalker, what are we doing? It does have a front and back lip. Oh, interesting. Chat detective T-Cure. Exactly, that's what we're here. Welcome to my show, T-Cure. It was 70 degrees one day in January last month. The world is a cruel place. Mikuru is born later in the later years of the Showa era. Ah, I see. And the detective in the episode with the silhouette low-key gave up. Oh my god, I forgot how much I love Carmen Sandiego, by the way. God. Love Carmen. My whole childhood right there. I mean, Mikuru's mom looks like Anna's mom. It does. She does. It's sunny where I'm at. Also, no pun intended. Take everyone, I'm leaving. Thank you for joining us. I hope you have a good day. Is that the setting where the Precure fought Fusion and All-Stars? Potentially. I have to go back and really do some research to fully unpack that if that is the case. Anyways, we then get the back of Mikuru, or not Mikuru, potentially Mikuru as Anna's mom. I do like that her hair's in this braid, and then you know what her hair turns into in the Cure Mystic form? Also a braid. I'm just saying. Ace Detective. And we get to see Anna's little girl outfit. She has a little crisscross outfit she clearly stole from Iroha. And then she's got this cute little, like, school girl. She also seems to have, like, a sailor-esque uniform here, which is really cute. And a little beret. She's a very adorable here. And then we see her transition into her present outfit. Like, very cute. But yeah, three outfits for a flashback. Rip Miku's other Brit. I know, she said we didn't have enough room. We had to consolidate. And of course we get some hand-holding, as we deserve. And then we get the step. We love our little step in all these seasons. They think they do a step. They do an aggressive step for Hodogaru Sky, but I think they also do a step in Wonderful's intro as well. And we see our two happy beans. Okay, and then we have these last two shots, which are interessant. We see, which I'm glad they have a better sketched, like a hand-sketched version of the Jewel Watch compared to the CGI one they were using in the opening. I will say where I think the CGI really improved for the dance sequence, the CGI on the items feel very lazy this season. But I do like that they drew it out here, which they usually do. I'm trying to figure out what the heck this thing is. Help me out, guys. What is this? Like, is it like a cooking thing? Is it like a coaster and there's a drink right here? I'm trying to figure out what the hecky is this. Is it just like a pot? It's a very, like, it's clearly somewhat intentional. But what are we looking at here, folks? It's something. We don't know what. And then we have the, before then, the butterfly thing is very interesting to me. Like, first of all, I love that the stamen have hearts on them. That's very funny. We're back to the lily flower, which this potentially goes back to Arcana Shadow. I think the other reason I just realized why Arcana Shadow is probably sitting in the field of white lilies and then why they have this, like, flower here, probably because she turns white. It's probably white here because she's gonna turn white. I hate to say it. Is it a mirror? Is this supposed to be a mirror? Am I, like, completely misreading this? Like, this is actually flat in a mirror? I thought this was a pot! I thought this was, like, a big pot! They, like, have a stew pot on, like, a Travat. It's a mirror? Guys. Don't say that. Take it back, chat. Take it back. Don't say such things to me. Big old jug of milk. Listen, someone else felt it. It's probably a mirror. It looks like a mirror. Stop. The butterfly symbolism. Butterfly like butterfly effect? That so much been digital. Otherwise, I would say the butterfly, because it's blue, is probably Eclair and represents that Eclair is probably going to be the one who purifies Arcana Shadow. Is going to be like the convincing member. Because I believe Arcana Shadow and Eclair are going to pair up more than we think they're going to. So I would just assume that the butterfly is her, but there's also so much butterfly iconography in Arcana Shadow's design. It took me a second, but I brought it back around. I don't know. It's interesting. This is probably the most questioning shot, but I also think this also could imply that if this has anything to do with Arcana Shadow and Eclair, that there might be sad tea and backstory stuff there, and Eclair has more to do with whatever Sag thing happened with Arcana Shadow. Maybe it's all coming together. It's all far more relevant. It's all connected. I'm not crazy. But it's interesting. But yeah, butterfly effect could also just be the low-hanging fruit. I did think it was cute. The artist who worked on this, who I think was Han Yu, did this part of the... Han Yu was responsible for the last few shots of the opening. Mentioned that she's like, butterflies are real hard to draw. Like, that last thing, she was like, it was real hard to do the butterfly, but I gave it my all. Fun fact. The theory, Irish and Anna are cousins, and the crisscross outfit that Anna was wearing is Iroha and Anna are cousins. Was a hand-me-down from Iroha, so technically it'd be 4 years apart. That would be really cool if they like plot twist reveal that Anna and Iroha are related. That'd be really crazy if they were cousins. And here is where the butterfly effect thing came right to me. But this also could be the eclair symbol. Yeah, it's just like, what does it mean? What does it mean? We don't know. We don't know the other two cures, but they're shipping them and they're or they have a tragic backstory. I feel like they've got tragic backstory. I wonder if it's gonna go something like Fortune and Princesses stuff where they intersect there. I think they are by all means a pair. Yeah. Sailor Moon is Miku, Sailor Chibi Moon is Anna, and then Tuxedo Mask. Tuxedo Mask is Niji. Pretty Holic exists in 1999. I'm happy we got another Cure that is a mother rather than Curiel. That's true! That could be very true. Maybe there's a dead fairy. Oh no, don't do that. Don't hurt me. Don't do that. I'll cry. We don't need another Colleen. So people make Eclair Archon Shadow fan art. There's always the time. Iroha and Anna have short hairs. Both are wearing purple. And yeah, you're so right. They are both purple cures at the end of the day. I'm waiting for the cousin drop. I want them to do it like they did for the connection between Tangled and Frozen, where it's a blink and you miss it corner shot where it's revealed that they're related. Or that they know each other, which is crazy. I need that level of crossover. It's funny how Arcana is going to be 2 and 1 black and white cure. It's gonna be crazy. And then we have this final shot for the beginning of the show, which I love that they include Arcana Shadow in her black form, so at least we get a little bit of that before it inevitably becomes a different shade, potentially, and we'll all be really sad about it, specifically me. And we get to see, the jewels, which is interesting that there's only, like, a few of them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, there's only 5. Like, we're gonna speed run the jewels real quick. It's interesting. And then I think everything else is just telling us the credit information for the CD. Which, this is cute. I like this. It's interesting that they decided to go with a unique loop for the art ear. That's pretty adorable. And then they have the feathers, which is interesting that they don't have a lot of feather iconography in the opening at all, but they have that Eureka moment that I think is going to turn into stock footage, potentially, for the remainder of the series, when they're like, we figured out what happened! We figured out the case! Cure, Yell, Mary, George Wright, yeah, big villain of the season. That is pretty much, like, almost confirmed, for the most part. The ending should be, is who is Miku's husband? The new mystery has become afoot. But they could pull, an Otona and just never really show the guy. He's irrelevant to the series. It was hilarious how the fandom got upset to notice the Anna mother theory was canon. I've seen a lot of people do some push and pull with that. thinking that they might retcon that somehow. It'll be interesting to see how that's handled. I feel like that one's not going to be too deep, and I think it is just going to be her mom. I'm super down for Eclair and Arcana Shadow as the main ship until I am given a reason not to. Please don't make it awkward. I'm waiting for there to be like, they're so traumatic. Again, like, watch them go a Princess Cure Fortune route. They could pull a Smile and Jules get scattered. True, we could get them all and immediately lose them. Yeah, Curio was definitely a mom. Mom for days. But yeah, I think fortunately this perfectly hit our 2-hour mark for today's stream, which is great. I am going to make sure before I go though, I'm going to throw into chat. I can unlock my computer without pressing extra keys. I'm going to grab the Canva. If you guys want to fill out the bingo, I'm happy to take bingo versions from you guys. If you have any predictions for the season, I'm hoping that us going through this at all has given you inspiration. I mean, you guys could be putting the Cup Noodle Museum down on your bingo cards. I'm just saying. So I'm dropping the bingo board for anybody, which I'm hoping this is the correct link. Let me know if that works. Very happy to have people participate in the bingo. You can tag me on socials. You can DM it to me if you can find a way to DM me on certain socials. Like, unfortunately, YouTube does not have DMs, so that's not here. You can also post them. Feel free to post it on my the community tab. You can actually do that here on YouTube. You go to the Noblest Tea channel, you go over to the community tab on mobile, and you can also post it there, and I will take that there. And I will be using the bingo cards in streams, or not streams, in reviews to be like, here are the ideas from the community, and give you guys a little shout out, so it helps you be interactive with the creation of the content, and you guys can put your theories down. Like, and feel free to change stuff. Obviously, don't put stuff on the bingo card as we go on in the show. Don't put stuff down that's already happened. Try to come up with theories. Eventually, the bingo cards, I think I'll stop probably around episode 10 or so. Just so that, like, you know, at that point, we have to let the show start deciding what it does. But, like, hey, come up with theories about going to, we go to Cup Noodle Museum in Yokohama. We could stay at the really cool hotel that's apparently sailboat styled. So many theories. So many potentials now that the series is opened up. So absolutely feel free to pass that to me. And I will bring them up. And yeah, Trace, I'm definitely going to be using yours for a video. And then just to show you what, I'll show mine from before. If I can zoom in. An idea of some stuff we had. I think some of this has already been debunked. This I'm gonna mark this off. I'm just gonna say I was right. I'm just gonna say I'm right for this one. But, like, there's so many other options. Like, here is just an idea of them, like, predicting that there's a yellow cure. Probably not gonna happen. Evil siblings still on the board, and I stay there. Arcana Shadow turns good and changes color. Still on the board. Obviously, like, these guys are gonna stay, on the board as well. But some stuff may not be there. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah. Feel free to add in stuff to the bingo board, tag me, and I will share it. And I will bring up everybody's fun little theories. Some people are trying to make excuses, like, literally, if you look carefully at Anna's mom has the same earring. And yeah, I think there's a lot of potential that it's her. Like, I'm almost positive it's her. Unless they really, like, unless they do a right turn, I feel like it's her. Dear Toei, please don't whitewash our Shadow's outfit. Just swap the purples with blue. Ooh. Oh, she would look so good in blue. But you guys know I'm a little blue bias. Mascot human forms. Listen, the chances of that are very low, but never zero. I will fight for this one. I will fight for the mascots all getting human forms. I feel like at least Shu Shutan should have a human form because of my theory. Because I have a theory and I want to be right. But other than that, feel free to shoot some theory cards my way. Feel free to edit them. Whatever I catch before Sunday will be what I use. And I'm really excited, guys. I'm really hyped for this season. I will probably, so I think I'm gonna do my formal review of the opening in the video, and then next Sunday we'll go over maybe the ending. And that's what we'll do for next Sunday. Then I have to figure out what we're gonna do for Sundays. I'm gonna try to come up with something a little bit more structured, but nonetheless, this was a lot of fun. I learned a lot about Yokohama. I didn't expect to. But nonetheless, I enjoyed hanging out with you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!